Hello, everyone, and good afternoon.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Okay, so let's begin to our first class of this semester. So, first of all, I congratulate all you people for that successfully you people have completed your first semester. Completed in the sense that the teaching learning process has finished, and maybe you people are waiting for your results, but I hope that everybody is going to get positive results or expected results, I can say. So let's begin that this is our first class. Maybe earlier, perhaps we might have interacted, or some of you might be knowing me, but I think that we people are new to each other. So first of all, I will introduce myself. So earlier, for semester first communication skills, you people were taught by Dr. Chaudhary sir. But in this semester, that is second semester, so I'm going to teach you, and I'm Rahul Nagne. I have completed my BA and MA in English, BA from Solapur University and MA from Pune University. With that, I have experience of 8 years teaching English uh, to various classes, maybe from 5th standard to 12th standard I have taught. Apart from that, diploma students also I have taught. And the last 2 years I have been teaching in Swedes College of Engineering. And with this, I also teach CIP also, that is for communication improvement program. So as you people will process further, you will realize that you people are going to face interviews, group discussions, and you need to improve your English communication. So for that also we people will work. But see, when you people will go to second year, so in second year you people have CIP, that is communication improvement program, and there we people are going to have again a lot of activities for improving our English communication. So that's all about me. I hope that it is audible. Is it audible clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, so I expect that all people should pay attention because attention is required. If you're not paying attention, you will not understand what I'm speaking to you, because most of the time I always speak in English. And the reason behind is that I don't want to impress that how much English I know, or it is not like this, but I simply wanted you people also improve your English. So therefore English listening is very important, and that's why I'm asking you people that your concentration, your attention is the most important. So I expect your complete attention, and with this we people will begin. So can somebody of you share your experiences? How was your semester first? You can talk uh, any of the languages. If you are comfortable with English, you can talk English. If you think that you are not able to express in English, you can talk in mother tongue also. You have freedom. So how was your experience in semester first overall? It is not about any particular maybe subject or not like this. How was your semester first? You can unmute and speak. One or two people. Or you don't want to speak at all? Maybe it was happy. Yes, Pranjali.
Yes, sir.
Ha, will you share your experience? काय वाटलं बाबा? Maybe semester you felt it good, or you learned something, or anything, whatever your opinions.
Sir,
Hello, sir.
Yes, Sakshi.
So, semester first was very excellent. All the subjects were good, and also the teachers were teaching very well.
Mm-hmm.
Then the subjects like creativity and thinking, and the guest lectures, they are very helpful for us. We get the new things and new information to learn.
Okay.
And exam at all, the exam was very excellent. It was good.
Okay. Good. Okay, nice, Sakshi. You tried very well. So, in fact, here we people were expecting such kind of things only. You shouldn't expect that whatever we people are going to learn, all things we learn theoretically only. So, teachers they introduce the subjects, then they give syllabus, and then they ask the people take down notes and exam and something like this. But here, as you people have mentioned, that practical knowledge and your creativity and your ability to speak to other people, these are things very important, because if you people have looked at communication skills in first semester, we people have studied about English grammar. Okay, first unit was English grammar. So here we should understand that how we can make sentences, how we can use articles, prepositions, conjunctions. Then vocabulary is also important. Second unit was about vocabulary. So you should have enough vocabulary, sufficient vocabulary with you. Then and then only you people will be able to speak. Apart from that, we people have studied about oral communication also. Unit 3 was oral communication. So how to write dialogues, how to express yourself, how to present yourself, that you people have seen in unit number 3. Unit number 4 was reading comprehension. So you people were been positioned to read a certain context and content, and then you people have to understand the same things. So this is going to help you in your professional life afterwards. And unit 5 was about writing practices. So how you people can write different kinds of business letters, emails, paragraphs and essays, that all we people studied in semester first, if you remember well. So now what will be in second semester? So you people perhaps might have seen our subject abbreviation is PC. So can anybody tell me what is this PC stands for? I think that you might have gone through structure of the second semester. So what is PC stands for?
Professional communication.
Yes, you're right. So PC stands for professional communication. So right now we people are going to become professionals. So first of all, try to understand what is professional or what is professional communication. So professional communication stands for the communication which you people are going to do at your workplace. Okay. So all you people imagine your journey. Right now you people have completed your semester first. Okay, so simultaneously you people will be now working for semester 2. Here your first year completed, you're going to complete your second year, you're going to complete your third year, you're going to complete your final year. So when you will be in final year, you people will be looking for placements. Okay, so you people will be looking for jobs, and eventually you are going to get job also. Many of you people are going to get job in multinational companies or maybe national companies also, and there you start working. So imagine the situation, you started working there, and what kind of atmosphere it will be there, what kind of work culture will be there, what kind of people will be there, and what you will be doing there. Okay, so whatever you people will be doing there, that will be your professional communication. Okay, so maybe your boss is there, they are going to give you some tasks, you are going to work on it. There might be some problems may arise, you may be working on some systems, machines, procedures, methodologies. So many things are there when you people work with some organizations. So whatever you people are going to give and take is nothing but communication. So what is give and take? You are going to give some information, you are going to take information from other people, you are going to tell somebody, you are going to listen somebody. So that is simply communication, and that is professional communication. Okay, so that what professional communication you people are expecting, we people need to be prepared. So it is not like that immediately you completed your graduation or immediately you people started working and suddenly you adopted everything, you became expert in everything. It is not like that. You people have to take efforts, you need to learn so many things. And rightly Sakshi mentioned that you people learn so many things here. So this is a process. Your learning will not end at any level. Maybe right now when you people were in previous standards up to 10th, you people were learning. During 12th you people were learning. During your graduation you are going to learn, and when you people will join some organization, then also you people will keep learning. So learning is a lifelong process. So here your learning should take place, and it should have now new dimensions. So what we people are looking for professional communication, it will be about that how you present yourself, and that's why I asked your experience. Purpose was this, that how you can start presenting yourself, expressing yourself. So all students should feel that I should communicate, I should speak. Maybe language does not matter here. Maybe right now you people are weak in English, but at some later stage you are going to become a fluent speaker of English. So that doesn't matter. But if you do not have courage to unmute yourself and speak, if you do not have courage to talk with maybe your friends, or maybe your batch, maybe your unit, or maybe with your team, then there is no use of whatever knowledge that you people have. So take courage, be confident always. Maybe some people think or they hesitate to speak. Perhaps you may make mistakes. Perhaps you think that your friends may or might laugh at you. Let them laugh. But once you're confident, I'm sure that you people are going to take a lead. So that is what I just like to give introduction about the subject also, that is professional communication. So let me know if it is okay. Is my speed of speaking, is it okay? Are you able to understand me, or should I reduce?
No, sir, is okay, sir.
Okay, so if anybody is having difficulty, you people try to just intimate me immediately. And instead of sending any messages into chat box, directly unmute and speak, because right now I'm not able to see all the messages. At the end, I will check all the messages. So therefore it is necessary, uh, whatever you wanted to tell me, you people just directly unmute and then tell me. If you're sending your roll numbers into chat box, that will be okay, or at the end I will take your attendance also. So let's begin with our professional communication. I'll share my screen, and you people just try to let me know if it is visible, as well as if it is same you people are able to listen also. So in first lecture, we people will try to get exam scheme or various kinds of topics that we people are going to see. So is it already visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Or sometimes maybe that I may face network issue also. If my voice is not clear, that time also you people try to intimate me immediately. Okay, so see, for your first year FY BTech, that is your course, our course code C126. Okay, so this is the course code. Then name professional communication, and this is common to all branches. Maybe whatever your branch, maybe from civil, maybe CSE, maybe ENTC, maybe mechanical or electrical. It does not matter. It is common to all branches, and we are learning it in second semester. Okay. Then let's try to talk about this, our teaching scheme and examination scheme. So for our teaching scheme, we people have 1 hour in 1 week, or per week you can, for theory, and for laboratory we people have 2 hours per week, and for that you people are going to have 1 credit theory and 1 credit for laboratory. So if you do not understand much about this, simply think that we have 1 lecture for theory and 2 lectures for practicals. So whatever we people are going to cover in theory, that we people will look into syllabus. And in library, we people are going to have some of the assignments that we people are going to complete. That list also I will provide at the end of this presentation. Okay. Then let's talk about examination scheme. So examination scheme here, you people are not going to have any kind of end semester exam. Remember, once again, I'm telling that there will be no any kind of theory exam at the end, as same as communication skills. For communication skills also, we were not having any kind of theory exam. So for professional communication also, you people are not going to have any kind of end semester exam. What we people are going to have evaluation, in evaluation, you people are going to have ISCs. 3 ISCs will be conducted. Each ISC will be of 25 marks, and eventually these 3 ISCs will be into 25 marks. or as previously, best twices will be considered and its average will be considered. Then in ICA, you people are going to have assignments. So you people are expected to complete 12 assignments, and with these 12 assignments, you people will be considering your attendance for online lecture, then your write-up of these assignments, and uh, maybe whatever your overall presentation, everything will be considered, and that will be having ICA of 25 marks. So overall, this professional communication will be for how many marks? It will be for 50 marks. Okay, 25 marks for ISC and 25 marks for ICA. Is that clear to everyone? If it is clear, reply me yes or no.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, all right. Then let's go to the next slide. And perhaps people may ask me one question. Which question you people may ask me? Sir, why should we study professional communication? So here we people have these course objectives. Course objectives is nothing but answer to the question why we should learn professional communication. Okay, so here we people will get these 6 answers. So first answer, to nurture students' effective presentation skills. Okay, so when we people are going to learn professional communication, your presentation skills will become effective. So you understand by professional, presentation skills. Presentation skills involve that you should be in position to prepare short presentations, 2 slides, 3 slides, 5 slides. You can choose any of the topics, maybe technical subjects you people have. You can choose one subject, you can choose one concept, idea, and try to develop its PPTs, PowerPoint presentation, and try to present these slides in front of your class or the batch, or maybe any group, small group. There you present this. So if you study professional communication, then your presentation skills will be effective. For that, we people are going to learn professional communication. This is one. In fact, this is first CO. CO is course objectives. Second core objective is to equip student with skills for participating effectively in group discussion. So as I was talking about you people have completed your first semester. So similarly, you people are going to complete your first, second year, and third year. So when you people will complete your third year, or you people are expecting for placements. Okay, and can anybody tell what is this placement process is like? What knowledge you should try to share? It may be wrong, maybe right. I will correct you at the end. So how generally recruitment process goes on? Somebody reply. What happens? Or directly any company comes to your college and they are, how many students are passing this year? This year we have 300 students passing. Okay, we'll take all those 300 students. Is it like this, or is there any procedure? How generally they select a candidate? Reply someone. Is it audible? Is my voice reaching to you? आवाज येतोय का माझा ऐकायला? Or it is not audible, I think. Nobody is replying.
Yes, sir. येतोय आवाज.
ओके, इट इज ऑडिबल ऍटलीस्ट. तर मग जनरली सिंपल प्रश्न विचारतोय की मी रिक्रुटमेंट प्रोसेस मध्ये काय काय होतं नक्की, जे तुम्हाला माहिती असेल चुकलं काय हरकत नाही, वी हॅव टू रिप्लाय. अँड आय हॅव गिवन फ्रीडम, यू कॅन यूज इफ यू आर कम्फर्टेबल इन इंग्लिश मध्ये. इफ यू थिंक यू आर नॉट कॉन्फिडंट or comfortable,
सर आवाज ब्रेक होतोय अजून.
Okay, I will take care. So, I'll check my connection. It's all right. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
तर तुम्ही बोललं पाहिजे, यू मेक इट इंटरॅक्टिव्ह. मला असं लेक्चर नको बाबा 1 तास मी फक्त बोलत राहतो आणि तुम्ही मग ऐकताय किंवा काहीतरी लिहून घ्यायचंय. नो. तर रिक्रुटमेंट प्रोसेस किंवा जनरली कॅम्पस रिक्रुटमेंट किंवा ज्याला आपण प्लेसमेंट म्हणतो, त्यामध्ये नक्की काय काय होतं जनरली, तुम्हाला काय माहिती ते तुम्ही सांगायचं. मे बी राईट असू शकतं, रॉंग असू शकतं, किंवा इफ यू डोंट नो सिम्पली रिप्लाय वी डोंट नो ॲट ऑल. but you make it interactive. गप्प नाही बसून राहायचं. Okay, I think nobody is responding. It means perhaps you people do not have any idea. म्हणजे first year मध्ये आहे, but you are not aware about your recruitment process वगैरे किंवा placement बद्दल. So I will explain it. All you people pay attention. So when you people complete your third year, so companies come here. Express. Usually there is a process, and this process is divided into generally 2 or 3 rounds. Usually 3 rounds. Okay, first round it is of aptitude. Okay, so do you have any idea about aptitude बद्दल काय कल्पना आहे का? What is aptitude test? Or no idea at all? माहिती नाहीये कोणाला? aptitude test बद्दल माहिती आहे का?
Questions related
Ability
to
check
mathematics and all.
करतात.
Yes, all you people are right, near to answer. किंवा aptitude म्हणजे काय? अभियोग्यता चाचणी. So whether you are eligible or whether do you have that capacity, आणि मग त्यासाठी ही aptitude test असते. Usually questions are based on numerical ability, then logical reasoning and verbal ability. So these are 3 topics. आता बघा, numerical ability मध्ये काय येतं? तुमचं maths प्लस ऍडिशन, मल्टिप्लिकेशन, डिव्हिजन. तुम्ही 4थी मध्ये वगैरे स्कॉलरशिपची परीक्षा असायची 7वी 8वी मध्ये, माहिती तुम्हाला? तुम्ही बघितलं तर क्वेश्चन्स वगैरे कसे असायचे ते?
Yes, sir.
हा, म्हणजे एक सगळं वयावरचे क्वेश्चन, एज, की फादर्स एज इज दिस, देन सन्स एज इज दिस, so after 3 years they will become, their ratio is given, and then you have to calculate father's age or son's age, something like this. किंवा train, so 2 trains are running at this speed, so which train will cross that train? So, speed, distance, time. So these are some of the topics. Or tank आणि टॅप असतात. एवढ्या नळाने एवढी टाकी भरते, दुसऱ्या नळाने तेवढी खाली होते, मग त्याला किती वेळ लागेल? So something like this. So I'm not much aware about this aptitude, but questions are based on like this only. So first of all you people are going to appear for this aptitude test. Okay, so all you people have to take care that you people are simultaneously preparing for these things. जर तुम्ही फक्त म्हणत असाल की बाबा ठीक आहे, आम्हाला एवढे 4-5 सब्जेक्ट आहेत and I'm studying it very well and I'm getting marks also and I'm very happy. I'm getting 90% marks. And you're not working for your aptitude, if you're not working for your English communication, if you're preparing for group discussion, it is going to become very difficult for you people. So first round, it is of aptitude. If you qualify this aptitude, so minimum 60% marks you should get. Usually test is of 30 marks, or it depends, maybe 30, 40, 50 also. So if you qualify 60% mark out of this aptitude, then you qualify for second round. Okay, पहिला round असणार आहे, आणि या राउंड मध्ये जर तुम्ही क्वालिफाय होत असाल तर you people will be eligible for second round. So what is this second round now about? Now second round is about group discussion, because this second CO, read, what is this? To equip student with skills for participating effectively in group discussion. Okay, so you people have to take part in group discussion. So what is group discussion? Can anybody give me brief idea? थोडक्यात मला सांगू शकेल का कोणी काय असतं ग्रुप डिस्कशन मध्ये? Or here also you do not have any idea?
एखाद्या टॉपिकवर सगळ्यांनी आपापले मत सांगणे.
Yes, exactly, you are right. So you people are divided into groups. So usually groups are of let's say 8 to 10 or 12 students, and in that group one topic is given. So topic is given at the 11th hour, or topic is at the point, at the moment you are not aware about which topic you people have to speak, or topic is not disclosed earlier. Okay, and then all these group members, they express their views, their opinions on that topic, and then based on your performance in group discussion, you people will be selected for next round. Okay, and then next round will be of personal interview. Okay, and in this personal interview, now your question answer session starts. So ask question like, introduce yourself, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, why do you want to work with our company, what do you know about our company, or if you select you, how long you will work with us. So many different questions will be there, so that we people are going to see in next see also. So this is third round, which is of your personal interview. And if you get selected into personal interview, then your final, maybe there is HR round also, fourth round also, but it depends, it varies. Not all companies are having that much or same process. So you people have to now think about these things. If you are happy with your in semester, you know, for hard and they're getting marks, okay, but I got responses, replies of many students. They were saying like this, sir, there was no seriousness, or people were not having studies also. Even then also our exams were fine and we were getting good marks. So I think that you shouldn't be satisfied with this, or you be in that category where you are not having any kind of seriousness, or you are enjoying your other activities, and your exams are well, maybe by fair means or foul means. But you shouldn't be that category. So keep taking time. People try to work for your aptitude. So from day one, from today onwards, you people think about aptitude. Today onwards, you think you're improving your English communication, how people can improve your oral English communication, how you can participate in group discussions, or what are the tips and trades. That is in fact part of our curriculum. In professional communication, we people are going to study all those things itself. So therefore, we people will look at it. But you people start preparing on your own. Proactively, you take part in these things, because this is your future. Because what you people are going to get, it will depend upon your preparation, not only on your marks. Okay, take care. So to equip student with skills for participating effectively in discussion, for this reason, we people are going to study professional communication. Then our next CO, number 3. Is it audible clearly? Is my voice clear?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
Okay,
sir.
thank you. Okay, thank you. Pay attention. All of you pay attention now to CO number 3. To equip student with skills for performing effectively in personal interview. Okay. Now you people already talked. Once again, I like to realize you people that all you people are going to face interview. Every one of you, whatever your branch may be, whatever your maybe whatever it may be, but all of you are going to face interviews. Okay. So why shouldn't we start preparing from right now? If we people have to go through interview, let's start preparing from right now. Whatever you people might have done or not have done in your previous semester, forget about this. Forget about your past. But we can do something different today. We can do something different henceforth. So let's think of these things, so you people can start working how we will prepare for personal interview. What are the things, what are the skills which are required for participating in interview, and how you can perform better in personal interview. Okay, so which is part of your professional life, and it is not only once you are going to face interview. Many times maybe you got selected and you got one job. Afterwards you are going to switch that job, you are going to leave this company, you are going to join another company. So there also you are going to face interview. So interview is the part of your professional life. So start working on it, start thinking of it. Then next CO number 4. Why should we study professional communication? To develop resume writing skills of students. Okay. So again, this is related to your professional life. All you people, all expecting placement or job. So one thing you should have with you. This is your resume. So what is resume? Resume is nothing but your short information. There is a difference between biodata, resume, and CV. These are three things: biodata, resume, and CV. So biodata, this is just your personal information. That is simply biodata. Resume here includes whatever you people have studied, your maybe experience, maybe trainings you attended, etc. And CV stands for curriculum vitae, and it includes your course of life. When you people become veteran or too experienced, maybe 30-40 years experience if you're carrying, so that time it is not your biodata, it is not your resume, that is your CV. Difference we people learn more about when we people will learn about resume writing. Okay, so to develop resume writing skills of students, all you people have to think about this also, or today itself start thinking about your resume, how you can make your resume. So where you people are going to give details of your name, your address, your contact details, your email IDs, your phone number, your maybe LinkedIn profile, Facebook profile, all those maybe, so that the recruiters can contact you. Okay, then you people are going to give your career objective. Why do you want to work? So in short, you people are going to write down or define your career objective. Then you people are going to give your details about your academic qualification. Suppose you have completed your MTech this year from this university, this grade, then BTech, then your 12th, and then your 10th. So with this sequence, you are going to give details of your academic qualification. Then you are going to talk about your extracurricular activities, co-curricular activities. So it includes that whether you have participated in competitions, running competitions, sports, speech competitions, poster presentation, elocution competitions, or some of the other activities, paper published, something like this. Then you people are going to mention in it any training or any experience if you have, then your personal details, your father's name, your address, the languages that you know, then your marital status, then languages known. So all these points you are going to at the end is declaration. All the information mentioned above is true to the best of my knowledge. So something like this. Then date, place, your signature. So you people are going to prepare your resumes, because if you are going to appear for an interview, for your information, there is no interview without resume. So all you people just start preparing your resumes and keep it updating. Suppose today you have prepared, and suppose that you got some certificates, some training, some experience, or some courses that you're doing, you can add some details about this your resumes. I hope it is audible. Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Then next to see why should we study professional communication? To develop and enhance the report writing skills of the students. So next important part, when you become professionals, imagine that you started with working with organization, any company, XYZ company you started working with. So at that time you people need to give reports to your senior authorities, higher authorities, maybe your boss, maybe your manager. So you work hard, you need to prepare a report, or so that you were assigned 5 tasks. Out of that, how many completed, how many, and what are the reasons that you could not complete, or what are the reasons that you could complete. So there are certain types of reports. There are technical reports, or fallen production report, accident report, or investigation report. So people need to prepare different reports. So this is also part of your profession. So our writing skills are also equally important. It is not only if you are very good in communication, oral communication, you should to be equally efficient in written skills also. And then the last point, last for personal and professional success. Very important. So this last CO, you people are going to work on your soft skills. Do you have any idea what are soft skills? Which are soft skills? Can you give me 1 or 2 examples of soft skills? So soft skills, it doesn't move skills असं नाही म्हणायचं मराठी सॉफ्ट मऊ skills म्हणजे कौशल्य मऊ कौशल्य. No, it is not like soft skills. These are in fact life skills which are necessary, and it is not only for professional life, they are for your personal life. So what are they? your ability to think positive, problem solving skills, positive thinking, leadership skills, communication skills. Okay, so these are some of the soft skills, and we people are going to say goal setting, motivation, etc. So for all those 6 reasons, we people are going to learn professional communication. Is it clear? For this question, why should we study professional communication? We are going to get these 6 answers. Is it clear?
Yes.
Sutreka? Okay, so I will share this PPT with you people. You are expected to write it down in your notebook. So you people should make a separate notebook for professional communication, and in that people write down earlier slide also, teaching scheme and exam scheme also you mentioned. Then on next page write down course objectives. In course objective write down these 6 course objectives, COs. Then we people will go to the next slide. On next slide you people are going to get information about course outcomes. So I'm not spending much time on this course outcomes, because it is obvious that whatever you have understood of course outcomes, at the completion of your this course, that is professional communication, the outcomes will be like this: prepare good quality presentation and deliver it effectively. So now outcomes are after completion of professional communication, you people will be able to prepare good quality presentation. So as I earlier told you, you people are going to prepare nice PPTs and people will give nice presentations. Then after completion of professional communication, you people will be participate effectively in group discussions. Then you people will be in position to perform effectively in personal interview, or if we get time, we people will conduct mock interviews also at the end of our this professional communication. If we are getting free time, what we people will do, we will arrange mock interviews. So you people will come prepared. I will ask you questions like interview. Okay, then next you people will be able to prepare effective resume for job interviews, and you people will be able to draft various kinds of reports professionally, and you people will be able to demonstrate soft skills like team skills, leadership, creativity, etc. in different situations. So these are course outcomes. I'm sure there is no confusion between course outcome and course objectives. कोणाला शंका आहे का कोर्स आउटकम आणि कोर्स ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह बद्दल? असेल तर विचारू शकता. नाही का, कोर्स ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह हे आपण शिकण्याच्या अगोदर आपल्या समोर एक ध्येय म्हणून किंवा गोल म्हणून ठेवतो, आणि कोर्स आउटकम हे आपण ते शिकल्यानंतर आपण किती अचीव्ह केलं हे पाहण्यासाठी आपल्याकडे कोर्स आउटकम असतात, आणि ते सेम असतात. जे आपण कोर्स ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह त्याचं इनफॅक्ट युटिलायझेशन कोर्स आउटकम मधून कळतं आपल्याला. Okay, then let's go to the next slide, and here we people will get the detailed syllabus that we people are going to implement. Okay. First of all, and unit number 1. So what is in this unit number 1? Unit number 1 is about presentation skills. Okay, so presentation skills, what is presentation skill, and should we study it? So as you people are going to become professionals, or you people are going to work with some of the organizations, some of the companies, so that time you people are going to give presentation. Imagine that you are working on a project, or your boss asked to prepare a project. So you people have done a nice presentation and you're working on that project. So you're expected to give presentation of that project in front of your team, or maybe in front of your boss, where are other employees are also there, or maybe employees are from other organization also. So therefore you people are expected to prepare well for giving presentations. So in presentation skills 1.1, it is about pronunciation, intonation, stress, rhythm. So these things, are they associated with presentation? Yes, they're associated with presentation. The way you people are going to use your oral communication. So in our oral communication, your voice matters a lot. how you are speaking. Usually it is English language. So in English language, how people are going to speak with other people, communicate with other people, and therefore your pronunciation matters a lot. Usually, all we people see or have heard that many of the students, they are from rural background and they do not worry much about their pronunciation, or their pronunciation is not the mark, because they have not studied pronunciation from any dictionary or from any uh, other genuine source. They are studied following by someone, maybe perhaps their teachers. So whatever the words we people are using today, or we are pronouncing, we are reading them aloud, we have been following our teachers. If our teacher pronounce like this, we pronounce the same. If our teacher pronounce it in a wrong way, even we also pronounce it in a wrong way. So therefore it is important these days to bring more accurate pronunciation. What is pronunciation? The way you people pronounce the word, utter a word, that will be pronunciation. Then intonation. What is intonation? So intonation, it is the tone of our voice. Hmm? So when we speak, it is not always with a plain tone we speak. As far as English is concerned, you cannot speak in only one tone. You need to sometimes increase your voice, sometimes you need to lower your voice. So rising tone is there, falling tone is there. We'll study it in detail when we people will start about this. So that is intonation. Then next is stress. So which stress you are expecting here? Okay, so stress is not that when you are in a lot of tension, so you're feeling stress. So that stress is not expecting here. Stress in language is nothing but we give emphasis or we increase our volume when we pronounce certain words. So that is stress. That is emphasis that we give on the words. So that's stress. And rhythm. So what is rhythm? Rhythm is nothing but the music, or if we continuously speak English, then the uh, eagerness, or I can say the sound that you want to keep listening. If somebody is speaking English continuously, and if you feel that you should keep listening him, you should keep listening him. So that time there is a rhythm in English language. Usually this is a combination of voice which is going high and which is coming low, because that rhythm is created. Usually in poems, in rhymes, because of rhyming words, you people get such kind of rhythm. So all those points are important if you're going to make presentation, because your presentation should be effective presentation. Whatever you speak, it must be understood by other people. And your pronunciation, you should be able to use rising tone, falling tone. You should be able to create rhythm. So whenever you speak, other people should feel that they should keep listening you. So therefore people will study a little about all those points, pronunciation, intonation, stress, and rhythm. Then next, you people will talk about presentation, effective planning, preparing and delivery. So here, what you are expected to do? Here you are expected to maybe short presentations of 8 to 12 slides. So people will talk about choosing a topic, then its title, selecting design, selecting font, background, then inserting images, pictures, making it effective, and all those things. I think that all of you might have done some computer courses like MSIT or Triple C. There also you people might have thought about PowerPoint presentation, but here also you people will think how we can make it more effective. So you people are expected to prepare short presentations and you are going to deliver it in front of your class. So all you people just think about preparing presentations. That was all about unit number 1. Okay, is it clear? Is it audible? कळतंय का? कळत नसेल तिथं सांगा, विचारा मला. काय शंका आहे का, अडचण आहे का?
No, sir.
Okay, I hope that everybody is paying attention. Then let's talk about unit number 2, that is group discussion. So we people are going to discuss here about group discussion. What is group discussion? It's the introduction, then traits. So which traits are evaluated in group discussion? So in group discussion, it is not always about communication. If English communication is good, then you will be getting selected in group discussion. No, communication skills should be there. With English communication, you should be able to take lead. You should be cooperative. You should be use polite language. You should be able to understand others. You should be able to listen others. So all these are some of the traits which are evaluated in group discussion. So those traits people will study. Then types of group discussion. Then tips for success participation. People will discuss, and individual traits. So all things about group discussion we people will study in unit number 2. I hope that all you people also will take more interest in these things, and you people will start preparing from right now. Then next we people will talk about unit number 3. This unit number 3 is of personal interview. So don't take it just a subject, or don't take it just as part of study. It is going to be part of your personal life, professional life, because as I told you, when you complete your 3rd year, you become part of these things: resume writing, group discussion, personal interview, aptitude. These are things of your life, so don't underestimate or don't neglect them. Start preparing from right now also. So in personal interview, we people will talk about introduction, personal interview, types of interviews, then preparatory steps for employment interviews. So what preparation we are expected to do, then skill tips, which skills we should have, and frequently asked questions during interviews. So FAQs. So FAQs like introduce yourself, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, should we select you, what do you know about our company? What are these? These are frequently asked questions in an interview. So we people will try to have mock interviews here. So that will be about unit number 3. Then next, unit number 4, writing practices second. So it is now writing practices second, because in semester first we had writing practices first, and there were people tried business letters, inquiry letter, order letter, complaint letter. There were people were having email communication, email writing. There were people were having a paragraph writing and essay writing. So that was writing practices first, and in writing second, we will to talk about 4.1 resume writing. Okay. In resume writing, you people are expected to prepare your own resume, effective resume. Then in 4.2, you people are expected to write reports. So in reports, technical report writing, types of reports, structure of report, data collection for report, content and form. So these are format of writing a report. And 4.3, this is precise writing. So what is precise writing? Precise writing is nothing but in short gist or summary. If you are getting a document of let's say 5 pages, you are going to summarize it in 1 page. That is main points, main ideas only you are taking. So that is precise writing. And here is the unit number 5, last unit, introduction to soft skills. And in this soft skills, we are going to talk about these soft skills: personal SWOC analysis. So who will tell me what is this SWOC analysis? Anybody tell me what is this SWOC stands for? Reply me if you know. You just try to tell me. Okay, if you don't know, we'll talk it in next class. Right now, I think time is short, so we people need to take attendance. So we'll take attendance and we'll discuss this unit number 5 in next class. So will people I can see 50 students have joined. So let me think that just stay connected. tell you absent numbers for today's class. So roll number 1 is absent. Then roll number 9 is absent. Roll number 18 absent. 21 absent. 28 absent. Then roll number 44 absent. 53 absent. 59 absent. 62 absent. 64 absent. If anybody is present out of this, you just try to tell me.
Sir, माझी घेतली का 63?
63 you are present, yes. I'm just announcing absent numbers only. And once again confirm roll number 1, roll number 9, roll number 18, 21, 28, then 44, 53, 59, 62, 64. Last is 66. Am I right? Roll number 66?
Yes, sir.
So with this, I hope that you people will try to understand. If still there is some problems, maybe with understanding, you people try to tell me. Personally, you can tell me. But don't ask me to speak in Marathi because that I will not do probably. I wanted to make you people try to understand English, try to speak English. So it will be convenient for you. If you are habitual for listening Marathi, habitual for understanding in Marathi, it will create problems for you in future. So to avoid this, try to understand in English, try to speak in English, try to ask in English. It will be okay, but you just try. So with this, I would like to stop here. If you have any questions, you may ask me. Otherwise, we people will stop here. So I think in chat, nobody are there. All people have sent roll numbers only. So that is fine. So people can leave now and you can join next class. Thank you for joining today. We people will meet in next class.